Well, this is my third try now. Every single time it says there is something going wrong, and then nothing seems to happen. So let's just give it another go and see what goes down. Ek is mos 'n Suid-Afrikaner. I am a South African. I've always rather, in my own screwed up way, sort of proud to be an African, a white African in fact. Because when we turn our hands this way, whether you're black or white or pink, it's all bloody white. Okay? That's the way it is. Right? Okay? And I was rather, I even wore flags. I wore flags on my jacket, South African flags. En dan het iets my op die fucking kop geslaan. Then something hit me on my head. Somehow or other, I got hold of this bit of information. This bit of information over here. You know what it says? It says that South Africa is now a corporation. We are no longer a republic, and we are now a corporation. Now, to me, the difference between a republic and a corporation is, as a republic, I am a sort of a sovereign being. But as a corporation, I'm an employee. So whatever the corporation rules and regulation the corporation applies, I must abide by. Now, this puts me in a rather tricky position, because let's say, for example, the corporation says, hey, look, we're implementing a new sort of procedure here. We now want you to go and have an injection. We're going to put a microchip in you, and we're going to do this for your benefit because you're not so young anymore, and we want to keep track of your health. The fact that you don't give a stuff, you know, you've lived your whole life. I mean, what do you want to be microchip for? But because it's a corporation and you're an employee, you must do what you're told. Because you can't resign. There's no such thing as resigning from this corporation because they own you lock, stock, and barrel. Because when you were born and you came into this world, okay, from the mother's womb, your parents were told, hey brother, dis mos, jy moet nou die wet, jy moet nou luister vir die wet. Die wet sê jy moet nou jou kind laat registreer. You must now take your child and you must register it. So, because jy's lekker bang, né? Hulle sal jou donor. You fighting because you know they're donor you. They don't please. They don't play. They kind of get you, bro, one way or another. So because you're lekker bang and you don't want any sort of hassles and you're being brought up from your child always to do what you're told, you know, never to question authority. Jy moet doen wat ons sê. You must do what we tell you. As jy only cut in. You don't want any shit. Just do what you're told and everything goes smoothly. So the parents' duty goes on and they find mother and father, and at the bottom it doesn't say mother and father. You know what it says? It says informant. Now ever informed that you have been born, okay, that piece of paper, which actually is like a bond. You know, in the old days, the slaves, they used to have bonds. Deed. Actually, birth certificate means deed of sale or certificate or notice of possession. That's what birth is. That's what certificate means. Notice of possession. So the government now owns you. The same as a farmer, he's got these various animals. He's got horses, he's got pigs, he's got cows, he's got sheep, he's got bulls, he's got cattle. The same in country. Country is the same sort of thing, but their cattle is not ducks and geese and animals. He's got monsters, and they're called human beings, okay, and he's got blacks, he's got whites, he's got Indians, he's got Chinese, and the same thing. I think they're the same as the cattle on the farm is worth something, so the different races are worth something too. And now the farmer actually I just want to get this straight. The farmer every year he counts his possessions and he counts his animals. Now, what the government does is every 4 years they have a census. Now they count what their possessions are. Okay? And if they find, hey, they've got a surplus of people, animals, whatever, they now take their surplus people and they put them on the stock market and they sell them. They sell you. You are now, if you go to, I phoned up the other day, I wanted my birth certificate back. No, they said to me, we can't give you a birth certificate back or she'll lose it. I said, that's exactly what I want to do. I want to throw the bloody thing away. I don't want you to have it because that's my bond. That paper of ownership means that you owe me. I want it back. No, we can't do it. Okay? So there we are. I tried to get it back. I couldn't get it back. The same thing applies to you. You got a birth certificate, you are owned by the state. Just to break away from the subject a little bit now, you think that you buy your car, right? And you go to the traffic department, whatever, and you now register your car. Do you think that car belongs to you? Have you read the Transportation Act? No, bro. That car now belongs to them. Okay? You belong to them. The car belongs to you. Now you're driving along lekker. Oop, traffic cop pulls you over. This way, please. Come staan hier, stop. Waar is jou bestuurderslisensie? Where's your driver's license? Okay, bro. Our Constitution says I've got the right to travel. What's this driver's license thing? It doesn't say you got driver's license. Kijk, bro, ek gaan jou kaartjie. I'm going to give you a ticket. Okay, now, why is the cop stopping you? Do you think, first of all, they're trying to make a buck out of you, but secondly, is they want to make sure that the vehicle that you drive in, which belongs to them, you're keeping it in good condition. Because if it's not in good condition, there's a possibility you're going to bump into somebody and you're going to hurt another piece of their property. You may hurt another human being, which is their property, and they've got to look after it. And so the cops are actually there as a type of parent. You know what I mean? Your guardian. Tell you what to do, looking, can you do this, don't do that, because they don't want you to hurt anybody, because she is the property of the state. They don't want to, I mean, you won't let your dog run in a bloody hole. Busy lunch out traffic or some shit. You care for your dog, say what them, so they care for you. Yes, was never a skaape, you now a sheep or pig, whatever the case may be, but you are money to them, so they must look after you. Now, I don't know how you guys feel about it. Me, I will only a slave wees. I'm sorry, I don't want to be a slave. I want to be my own person. Ek wil nie hulle bloody regte hê. I don't want their rights, their constitutional rights, their democratic rights, their human rights. Because me, when I was born, I had all those rights. It's called a birthright. Those rights they give you anytime they want. They just cross it out. They're doing it in America now, the Constitution. They're just crossing out the parts which they think don't apply. And they're making new ones. The same thing with your human rights, all the rights. So what I say is this now, because I'm sort of swimming against, a thousand fish are swimming to the left, I'm the fish, I swim to the right. The other direction, the other fish. Because at my age, a little bit late, well, not too late, at least I've got there, is that I now question authority. I say, hey, bro, what jaag jy nou aan? What are you doing now? What are you telling me? Hey? What are you, where are you coming from here? Hey? You can't tell me what to do. I never voted for you. I don't belong to your law society, your legal society. I never signed a contract with you. Now you want to tell me I must do this, I must do that. No, it doesn't work. First of all, let me ask you something. Let me rather tell you something. Me, I do not consent, and I claim jurisdiction under common law. That's it. I claim common law jurisdiction, and I do not consent. You want to know my name? Under what law and under